Hi, Chris and Sean here from Dream Car Exchange.
Hey everyone.
Here to bring you another video from our Would You Rather Shorts series. So these are our matchups that we took right from our tournament bracket game, the Would You Rather series. This is the 2020 Supercar edition that we featured on the Dream Car Exchange website. So a little bit about Dream Car Exchange. It's an online marketplace where car lovers can go to buy, sell, and trade enthusiast type cars in an auction format. So if you're looking for your next dream car, you can register on the site. There's a section on the site where you can sign up to be in the know. So if you're looking for something specific, we'll shoot you emails if you choose certain models. And if you're looking to sell your next dream car, also register to the site, submit your dream car, and then we'll create the auction ad. Simple process, but we're here to help you as well too, if you have any questions. So back to the matchup for today. Again, from our Supercar edition, pretty interesting matchup. I really like this matchup. It's kind of a pretty wide gap from an age perspective, 40 to 50 year difference in models.
Yep.
You have Lamborghini, and then you have Pagani.
Yeah, so definitely agree. I mean, you're talking about, Pagani, relatively new, this decade, or actually just this past decade, versus the Miura, which is obviously, way back in the 60s and probably the genesis of the mid-engine supercars, right?
Yeah.
So if we look at the Pagani, it's twin turbo V12, 720 horsepower. It weighed under 3,000 pounds, so the power to weight ratio is just kind of like off the charts. Newer gearbox, so a single clutch sequential gearbox. They only made about 100 of these, I think, and this was the successor to Pagani's original car, which was the Zonda. Yeah, so
Yeah.
pretty wild looking car, as you can see. So we have another, here's a shot of the interior, which is just, it actually reminds me of the Spiker a bit that we
A little
did
bit.
a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
But just, aluminum, carbon fiber, leather,
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, I mean, when I think about it too, I mean, this is pretty not when you think supercars. All supercars are hypercars, but not all hypercars are supercars, right?
Yeah.
Just into that hypercar kind of edition.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Low
Totally
production,
different level.
you know, built to order. Really, I mean, you just built for specs that people kind of call up for, but these are just incredible cars. I mean, the name Huayra, again from a wind god, so a lot of focus on aerodynamics and overall performance. I think this
Yeah.
tops out at almost 240 miles per hour.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah. So pretty, again, modern hypercar, super low edition, as far as number of units they produced and all that kind of stuff. So, all right. So let's go flip over to the Miura, right? So again, originally, back in 1966, they made this for about 6-7 years or so. They only made 764 of these. That eventually led to the Miura SV, right? So that model had a little bit more horsepower. It kind of bumped it up to 380 horsepower. 3.9 liter V12, a traditional, 5-speed manual transmission, obviously back then. And the SV also kind of had the wider rear fenders because they put some bigger, wider wheels in the back. So if you look at it, it's probably, to me, one of the most recognizable kind of silhouettes. I mean, it is just gorgeous. I mean, Chris, I can't really say more about the looks of it.
No, I agree, and I think you alluded to it a little in the beginning too. From being kind of the standard for supercars. The wasn't the first mid-engine car produced, but two-seater mid-engine supercar. That's now, and this is really where it all began.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
a little bit. I think it's an interesting aspect of Lamborghini altogether as well. I mean, you know, prior to this, they're producing really powerful, kind of more grand touring cars.
Yeah.
A little change. The Miura name itself, you know, after a Spanish fighting bull breeder,
Yeah.
really kind of featured the new badge, which is still there today. So it almost transformed Lamborghini altogether into what they are now. And
Interesting point.
you know, the successor to this is really another iconic, the Countach.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think
Absolutely.
it kind of, to me, it almost set the course for Lamborghini to the way people understand them today.
Agreed. Agreed. You know, if you look, I totally agree with what you're saying there. And if we look at the interior, you know, again, you know, by those, you know, 60s, 70s standards, you know, it's really tight in there. I've never driven one, never been in one. But what I've heard, it's a pretty awkward driving experience. But it you know, it's seeing the picture here, it's pretty handsome looking, I would say.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean,
know,
for how old that is, I mean, it's a pretty cool looking interior, though.
yeah, yeah, but
Really nice to bolsters, but
yeah. And I just go back to this profile. I mean, it is just absolutely stunning, absolutely stunning. So
it is.
anyway, so let's see
Um,
here. So if we go back to it overall, right? So you kind of got, you know, very different technology, very different looks, both Italian. But you know, obviously a couple of generations, 2 to 3 generations, human generations, not even car generations,
yes,
right? Tons
exactly.
of car generations, but 2 or 3 human generations in between. So, you know, I'll start, and I would say, you know, as cool as the Pagani is, and you know how powerful it is, and just the outrageous looks of it. I can't not go with the Miura. I mean, it is again just kind of like the, you know, almost one of the godfathers of, you know, supercars today, and in its own right, it is just gorgeous, just gorgeous. So I got to go with the Lambo.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think for very similar reasons, I'm going with the Lambo as well too. And again, when you compare it the Pagani, I mean, those are just outrageous
Yeah,
numbers.
yeah,
Like the hypercar status of that car and all the technology behind it, and it's got super aggressive look. I mean, it's just an unbelievably outstanding car altogether. But I think we go back to the roots of supercars and really this being kind of the standard and where it came from.
yep,
It's hard to choose against it.
yeah. All right, so it's unanimous. I mean, it's tough. It is, yeah. It's
Yeah,
I don't know much more to say about it, but it's you know, as Pagani, it's an awesome car, but you know,
it is. And
you
you know,
know,
Sean,
an
they're made.
icon in the Miura.
Sean, they're made to order, so you could get it with a manual transmission too. But
Yeah,
you know, I
I don't
think
know.
most of them do get. Well, 'cause I think they'll just.
Yeah, I don't
whatever
know.
you
I don't know
want.
if they. I don't know if they. I don't know if they had that as an option. I don't know, but I guess you threw enough money at it, maybe. So
Exactly, I think so.
all right, everyone. Well, again, thanks for joining us in today's Would You Rather Shorts. You know, stand by, check out our other future ones, subscribe to our channel, and we'll be showing more of these, and also the full length Would You Rather's. We have one coming up relatively soon. So thanks a lot, and enjoy the drive.
Can't wait.